Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. I just wanted to quickly go over some more news when it comes to Ripple and XRP. I want to give thanks to XRP Nuts. I definitely talk about him in some of my videos. He is just simply one of those people in the XRP community that likes to link a lot of information when it comes to Ripple, XRP, and the companies that are affiliated with Ripple. And as you can see here, we have what looks to be some information coming from Standard Charter. And we definitely have had reference that Standard Charter is a member as far as partnerships is concerned with Ripple, the company. Just to kind of give you a quick reference of that right here, you can look at ripple.com and see easily the list of members that are actually affiliated with the company. There you have Standard Charter right next to Santander. And just to kind of give you a little bit more confirmation, they definitely have a substantial amount of customers that are involved with their company. We're seeing roughly around 200 plus right here. Again, this is coming from ripple.com. So just for clarification purposes, you can see that Standard Chartered is definitely one of those companies partnered up with Ripple. So they are definitely in line to try to make as much happen for Ripple, the company, Ripple Network, Ripple Net. Really, the involvement is very large and again, very global. So coming back to this screenshot here, again, we can actually see that there are some major inner workings taking place under the radar when it comes to your multi-channel organizations, your payment processors, and of course, your settlement gateways. And this is really for the transfer and the speed of these transfers for money from one beneficiary to another. And when you start seeing Swift as one of those major players there involving themselves with Standard Charter, who is really, according to this right here, acting as a payment processor. And then you see the connection between that and RippleNet being that settlement gateway. You can see how in the end, Ripple will have some sort of hand in this particular pie on a grand scale there. So very big involvements there. And of course, you can easily see that on another scale here with some of these screenshots, that Standard Charter has definitely been affiliated with Swift for quite some time here. We can see here from all the way back in 2015, they definitely has some involvement with Swift that carried all the way out through what we're dealing with right now. So as you can see, Swift really has the availability of being connected either directly to Ripple Network or of course going through avenues such as Standard Charter or even R3. But the connections are most certainly there, guys. I just wanted to kind of point this out. Definitely go through here and take a look at the screenshots of this because I think XRP Nuts did a very good job of really capturing the importance of what's taking place here. Again, some more connections when it comes to Swift, Standard Charter, and Ripple. So there is a connection there, guys, and it's going to be very big when everything is all said and done. And please understand that this right here isn't something that's going to happen overnight. I would imagine that once the quote-unquote switch has been flipped for XRP, that we're going to start seeing a lot of movement with not only the digital asset, but of course the price evaluation of that particular coin. So we're going to have to be patient. We're going to have to actually maintain a level of focus when it comes to what's taking place here. And just to kind of give you guys a little bit of positivity for the outcome of the price of XRP, I wanted to just show you some emphasis of people that do technical analysis, for example, of the charts of XRP. Now, I've said this before in the past, and of course, I'm going to re-emphasize this. If you're looking to find any information about your favorite cryptocurrency, Twitter is going to be a very good way to do that. There's a substantial amount of people in any type of cryptocurrency community that you can find yourself attached to. XRP is no different. There's a large XRP community out there, and I would always suggest following anybody in there, especially someone like Crypto Maniac 101. This person right here, I think, focuses some attention on the technical analysis side of charts when it comes to XRP, and you can see that quite literally here in this reference that he actually posted, where we see the XRP being paired to Tether on Poloniex. Now, what we can see from this chart is that as far back as May 2017, we saw a pretty nice little spike with XRP. It jumped up to 45 cents. After that, it actually dropped off and started kind of running sideways, as you can see here. Then, of course, if we move this cursor over to around December 17th, we can see that we saw a very nice spike and we saw XRP jump up from that 45-cent range all the way up to $3.42. Now, what I'm noticing here with this chart is that if you follow the top of the line here at 45 cents, then the top of the line at here at $3.42, and we just keep this arrow going, then we should see later on an XRP price point of about $172. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the case because it would absolutely take a major catalyst to push the price of XRP from 30 cents all the way up to $172 within that short amount of time. But if this chart is something that we could use as a little bit of accuracy in the future of the price of XRP, then there is a strong likelihood we could see in the near future a price point shifting with XRP My suggestion, just simply take this with a grain of salt, especially if you're someone who doesn't deal with the technical analysis side of things on these charts. But keep in mind, there are people who do this, they study these charts, and in most cases, they're looking for particular patterns that allow us to see what could happen in the very near future with a particular cryptocurrency price point. So very interesting stuff here. Let me know what you think about this particular chart here in the comments section. If you're completely disagreeing with that, definitely let me know. I appreciate all types of information coming from you guys. And of course, like I've said in the past, if you happen to have a Twitter account, definitely give me a follow at crypto_ginger. And I would definitely suggest going in and looking up the type of cryptocurrency you favor in the search bar and see if there's any type of people out there that are favoring that kind of coin and that are big prominent names and influencers when it comes to that kind of knowledge. XRP community happens to have a substantial amount of people that go out of their way to quite literally find links and news announcements that they can post so that everybody in the community is on the same page. And I would imagine most of your cryptocurrencies are going to have that same kind of community out there. If you are looking for a quick example of people to follow, here's just a little bit of a list of people to follow. And of course, I would say that the list actually expands well past this right here. I'm just trying to give you all a quick example of that. But the idea here really is just to find the kind of community you're looking for when it comes to the cryptocurrency you're favoring. A couple other things I wanted to quickly go over as well. So just as a quick reference, I want to make sure that we're all reminded of the information we've seen back in the end of 2018, where 4 major European banks were going to be using R3's Corda to handle transactions on a new solution, which is actually R3's Corda platform. And actually part of that would be the R3's Corda settler, which is something that was made between R3 and Ripple to allow for settlements to actually take place. And the only settlement mechanism that's part of the Corda settler right now is XRP. So any of these companies that are using R3's platform are going to be able to utilize the XRP digital asset through the Corda settler. And of course, this article right here just kind of emphasizes the companies that were actually onboarded to use R3's platform. And it just so happens to be Commerce Bank, ING, Nataxis, and Rabobank. And I just wanted to bring up Commerce Bank again because just recently we find that Deutsche Bank is in talks with Commerce Bank after turnaround efforts failed. This is actually based off of the negative talk with Deutsche Bank, what's been taking place there. And now we're starting to see what looks to be a merger between Deutsche Bank and Commerce Bank. And you start thinking about the idea that Deutsche Bank, one of the biggest European banks out there, merging with Commerce Bank AG, who is already affiliated with R3 and the R3 Corda platform, which also allows the accessibility of the R3 Corda settler, which is going to make a use case out of XRP. You can start seeing how big this could actually be, even on the European side of things, just with the actual merger again of Deutsche Bank and Commerce Bank. So this right here is definitely a very big play when it comes to banks getting themselves connected again to the cryptocurrency ecosystem. One more thing I wanted to quickly go over as well. And one other article that XRP Nuts posted just recently was an old reminder that we saw back in November 2018. And it's a presentation to the IMF by Sagar Sarbai, who is actually the head of government and regulatory affairs for Asian Pacific at Ripple. Now, you can actually find this information directly on imf.org. He actually posted the link here in this particular post. You can find him on Twitter. Again, find him at XRP Nuts. But really, the idea here is the imf.org is showing now this particular presentation to the public and its involvement of what RippleNet can actually do as far as the use case of XRP, for example, or the interledger or interoperability. But the idea here is that imf.org is presenting outright this particular presentation to show everyone that RippleNet could actually be something as a major involvement for what the IMF is trying to do on a major scale, on a global scale. And as you can see here, we have representations of banks from different types of countries that could actually utilize the digital asset XRP for different types of payments. So you can see that there's an ever-expanding reach for the use case again of the XRP digital asset. And IMF has actually shown this here again through this presentation. A couple other things here. You can see the regulatory and policy engagement. And in each one of these particular brackets, it has some sort of mention about what Ripple can do as far as, for example, the Bank of England and their accelerator program. You can see Ripple selected to inform the next generation of RTGS payment infrastructure. If you're unfamiliar with RTGS, it is the real-time gross settlement solution. So that is something that Ripple has definitely been considering the XRP digital asset, and of course even XRapid just as well. Another example, you have Saudi Arabia's Monetary Authority, where we have the Infrastructure Innovation Partnership for Financial Institutions to leverage Ripple for cross-border payments. We have the Federal Reserve Faster Payments, where Ripple was selected to serve on the steering committee of this industry strategic initiative. And then, of course, the IMF, or the International Monetary Fund, where Ripple was selected to serve on the IMF's high-level advisory group on fintech. Again, a small reminder when it comes to Ripple's involvement on a very large scale with an entity such as IMF. And of course, there's a couple of the screenshots. You can actually go here and follow, and you can see that XRP Nuts went through and actually captured what I would assume are your primary focus points for this particular presentation. So again, take a quick look here. You have other people through the community that have just made their own little posts as far as this information being, again, reiterated to the public here. A lot of really good people in the community and a lot of people that really respect this kind of information being present. So go about looking for the different types of people in the community you're looking for when it comes to whatever cryptocurrency you're focused on. But if you are looking for people in the XRP community, look no further than people such as XRP Nuts, where, and of course, there's a substantial amount of people out there. And again, a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Ripple and XRP, the digital asset, and any company that's really involved with Ripple and what they're trying to do on an expansive global level there. So again, give this guy a follow here. And of course, a couple other things I wanted to quickly go over. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the name Win, I've definitely talked about him. Many people in the XRP community have also talked about him. He is the person who created the XRP tip bot. He's also someone that's in charge of the XRPL labs. And he's also got a major involvement now with a company called WooCommerce to actually take on roughly around 3.3 million different types of online stores. And of course, we can see that here in this article from Daily Hodl here. Win recently received 2 to 3 years worth of funding from Ripple and created a bounty that will go to any developer who builds a plugin that integrates XRP with WooCommerce. And of course, you can see that XRP enthusiasts can contribute to the bounty, which has already reached roughly around 3,000 XRP, which is about $950 US. So looking further here, this was something that was on Twitter talking about WooCommerce. And of course, you can get a little bit more information about this particular bounty taking place. I do believe even more money has since been raised since this article has been put out. But we can see here that used by an estimated 3.3 million websites, WooCommerce is one of the leading payment platforms on the web. It's designed to work on WordPress, which powers a staggering 33% of all sites on the internet, according to the data from Web Technology Surveys. And this is coming from W3 Techs. And one last thing, it says XRPL Labs is developing a decentralized exchange, mobile wallet, and cold crypto storage operating system, among other blockchain-based incentives. So Win is really on it when it comes to what he's trying to do for making a use case out of XRP. Definitely give that guy a follow. Something I wanted to end this video on that I found very fascinating about this article, and I am someone I feel is very observant when it comes to what I'm reading, what I'm looking at, my surroundings even. I just find it fascinating with the use case of certain numbers here. For example, the 3.3 million websites that are dealing with WooCommerce, right alongside the fact that it's powered by WordPress and is powering a staggering 33% of all the sites on the internet. Those numbers there, 3.3 and 33, again, something that sticks out to me personally. It might not stick out to anybody else, but why I'm bringing this up here, and this is really going to go for the more obscure type of way of thinking here, but you link this information up directly with things such as just a quick Google search with the number 33, and of course anything involving masonry. You can see that that number really has a strong amount of influence and involvement with the Freemasons. Looking a little bit further as far as what is the 33 degree of masonry, you can see that Master Masons are able to extend their Masonic experience by taking a further degree in their particular lodge. And of course, you can see that the ancient and accepted Scottish Rite is a system of 33 degrees, including the 3 blue lodge degrees, which is administered by a local or national supreme council. This right here, I would imagine, extends all over the globe. And keep in mind, guys, I've actually mentioned this in a previous video called The Ripple Mafia. I would highly suggest looking that up because I go into a lot of detail as far as people that are most certainly involved with Ripple along this particular timeline. And I also end it by talking about a group, an organization called the Bilderberg Group. Of course, you look a little bit further into the Bilderberg Group, you will understand that they have the strongest influence when it comes to what we are getting from the media on a public basis. And they have a major amount of influence when it comes to the monetary system, central banks all over the globe, different types of organizations, whether they're political or not, and basically all of your media sources out there are influenced by the Bilderberg Group. When you have members of the Bilderberg Group that are part of the Freemasonry, you are definitely going to expect to see some information thrown at you when it comes to, again, the media that you're actually getting. Now, I'm not saying that that is the case when it comes to, again, this particular content. I just find it interesting that that is a very specific number to be used when you're starting to see this kind of content. I just wanted to show you all for the sake of entertainment purposes there. So take it for what it is, guys. I definitely appreciate you taking the time to watch this channel and actually be a part of this community here. If you are new to this channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. And of course, go ahead and hit that little notification bell so you can be alerted to any future videos that I post. And if you feel inclined to share this, please give it out to as many people as possible. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I definitely appreciate it. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.